Hi. Well, again, thank you for joining us. And before we let you go, we would be remiss if we didn't ask a couple of questions about last night's debate. Uh, Particularly, one of the questions that you were asked was regarding the the incident. Well, I guess it's an issue that a super PAC that is supporting you is having in court right now, and the fact that it's being sued by the Board of Ethics. Is there anything? I guess did you have to get a lawyer for that, or are you yourself in trouble because of that? Can you talk a little bit about that and how it's impacting your campaign? Because I'm still seeing commercials from that organization on your behalf on television. So,
yes.
Has that impacted you at all?
Yeah, let me give you some information on that. One is I don't coordinate with a independent expenditure, so I really don't know what they do or how they do it. They operate completely separately of me. I'm not aware of. My understanding is they stopped spending money, and they're not committing to any new expenses. So if there's commercials, it might be old commercials, or they may be commercials from our campaign, which we're still spending money. And as far as the court case, I believe they followed the law in every way, and that's my belief from what I understand. And I believe that they will be victorious in court. I think this is, and I said it last night, I think this is more politically motivated. It has to do with my opponents sort of ganging up on me and not wanting the kind of change that I'm presenting. And because I'm leading in the polls, they're using this as a political strategy. But at the end of the day, I think you will find that we followed all of the rules and we didn't do anything wrong on any side of this effort. And it has nothing to do with me personally or my political campaign, because this is a completely separate operation that I don't coordinate with.
Now,
by the way, 3 or 4 other candidates also have independent expenditures, so I'm certainly not alone here. Almost every leading candidate has it.
Now, I don't think that there's any way I can ask this that doesn't sound totally flippant, but have you heard from anyone in Chester today?
I haven't, but let me say this. This was contracted not by me. It was historically contracted. Chester wanted the work. They bid for it and got the work. If they don't want to do this work. I mean, they built the infrastructure to do this work. If they don't want the work, they shouldn't bid on it in the next contract. But, I obviously had no involvement in this. And I care about the Chester people, but if I'm mayor, I have to protect the Philadelphians. And, it's Chester's decision what they want to do. And I guess they thought this was a business opportunity, and they pursued it. And apparently it's a big revenue generator for them. And if they don't want to do it, they shouldn't do it. If they do want to do it, it should be their right to do it. It's the citizens of Chester and their elected officials that decide these things. And I didn't want anyone to think that I don't care about them. I do care about them, but it's someone else's responsibility to decide what's right for them. And what I think is wrong is a lot of people have a lot of opinions, but they're self-governed. They elected their elected officials. They made decisions, and I'm not here backseat driving their decisions. And as far as Philadelphia is concerned, if I'm the mayor, if they don't want to do it, then we'll bid it out again, and the work will go to someone else. And that's just life. That's just life. It's up to them what they want to do.
Okay.
There's no way to make the trash magically disappear, though. It has to go somewhere.
Well, that's true. And I guess my last question for you is, you've been on the campaign trail for several months. What have you learned while on the campaign trail, and how has the experience of campaigning been from your experience as a business person?
Well,
anything surprised you?
No, I think I'm an unusual business person in that I have town hall meetings and I spend time in stores talking to my customers. For 35 years, I've been doing it. And, you know, I have a great affection for a lot of people I serve, and we hug each other and greet each other and communicate with each other on social media. And in a lot of ways, campaigning is very similar to what I would do every day anyway, except it's just more people in more neighborhoods. And so I really enjoyed the people part of it. And I really found it very interesting to talk to lots of different people and hear what they had to say and formulate my thoughts based on what I learned. And I've learned an awful lot about, you know, elected officials that do a lot of talking but don't really implement anything to help the citizens. I've heard that all over the city. And I've learned about the mismanagement of the city. And as I've learned about it, I thought to myself, well, I would have never made that decision. If I were mayor, I could do better for our citizens. And that kind of got me excited to tackle this because I really think I could help make things better for a lot of people.